Caller, there is yet more trouble for the Clinton campaign this morning.
Well, that's exactly right. We saw, of course, an FBI probe into the security of Hillary Clinton's private server. Now, in 3 cities, according to new reporting, U.S. attorneys, in conjunction with the FBI, are investigating the activities of the Clinton Foundation, which, as you know, has been accused in recent months of basically selling access to foreign strongmen, to foreign governments, and those seeking to influence the U.S. government.
Right, so this is going on in 3 different cities, in Washington, D.C., and here in New York, and also in Little Rock, Arkansas, where the Clinton Foundation was launched in order to get the Clinton Library off the ground. But what does all this mean for Hillary Clinton and her future? Terry Turchi, a former Deputy Assistant Director of the FBI, was on the program earlier and says this.
The email investigation, the first one, involved violations of the espionage statute. It pretty much centered on the idea of gross negligence and mishandling classified information. This is different in that this involves violations of the criminal statutes involving corruption, and you could look at a vast range of charges here. The other major difference here is that in the one case we talked about the emails. They were the case. In this instance, the emails might very well have the content that helps make the case. As opposed to the first email case, this is a series of crimes that involve specific intent.
Criminal corruption. We talked to Judge Jeanine Pirro yesterday on the show, and I asked her, when does this become illegal? She says it is already illegal. And the idea that you could fly Bill Clinton in, pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars for a speech, and then suddenly you're able to have access to meetings at the State Department a few weeks later after you've paid her husband hundreds of thousands of dollars or donated money to the Clinton Foundation.
What do you think is motivating these field offices, Tucker, and the FBI to do this? I mean, is it the meeting that Bill Clinton had with Loretta Lynch on the tarmac? Is that raising eyebrows? Since the DOJ in Washington, D.C. isn't doing this, they're reportedly going to?
There's just so much. I mean, the fact that an employee of Hillary Clinton's was working both for the State Department and for the Clinton Foundation and for a third group simultaneously is such an obvious conflict of interest, it's hard to believe it was allowed. Here's the tragedy. Hillary Clinton could get elected president, soon, in 90 days. If that happens, this stuff is not going to go away. The President of the United States will have her activities under scrutiny from the FBI. That's bad for America. The press should have been on this 15 years ago when it all began.